All right. I'm good whenever you guys are. I can hit the record button and then I'll just like start spewing whatever I gotta do. So I'll just start spewing fucking words, bro.
Yes, I love it.
Like diarrhea of the mouth. That's why I do this shit, dude. I can't stop talking.
You trying to say
That's
we ain't been spewing this entire time?
Just spewing everywhere, dude. It's been a little over a year since we all last talked, dude. Now you're signed to Pure Noise Records. Now you're playing shows regularly. Like, Seafloor Cinema is back. Justin, Tim, Seth, welcome. Missed the fuck out of you guys, dude. Let's go with this signing.
We missed you.
Let's dive right into it first. Like, how is everybody? You guys look good. You sound like you're doing very well with Pure Noise. They look like they're taking care of you and such. We've had so many Pure Noise artists on here and stuff. Like, let's just get into it, dude. How are you guys?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I mean, you're here.
Like, you're doing bad.
So I'm
having a bad time.
I'm just fucking absolutely miserable, dude. I can't.
Yo.
I hate these guys.
I can't live my life anymore.
They're
dude.
making me do this.
Yeah, dude. Literally, Pure Noise is like right over. Oh, that's not a gun. So.
Yo.
Dude, congratulations. Like, what the fuck? I'm so stoked for everybody in this band.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. It is a dream come true, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. Should I just keep talking about it?
Dude, brag about it. Give me all the ups and downs.
I don't know about bragging, but I mean, the dudes in Justin and Seth have heard this a billion times before, but Pure Noise has been like my favorite record label since I was like 14. So this is literally a dream come true. Like, I have younger pictures of like mini Tim wearing like old Pure Noise merch from like going to Warped Tours and going to old shows and stuff. So like when we got signed to Pure Noise, it was almost like not real. And I remember talking to Seth a little bit. I'm like, bro, this isn't gonna hit me for a while. And it didn't. Like, we were signed and everything, and then one day it just bam, it just hit me. I was like, oh my god, it happened, bro. So it's been a dream come true. They're super awesome.
I got so excited I made a TikTok about it. Like, immediately. I was like, I have 2 hours before I go to work. They just announced this. I gotta say something. This is fucking sick. Like,
it was a sick one too.
It was cool. It's I figured out the algorithm. I'm doing a bunch of stuff behind the scenes. So any band that like I really thoroughly enjoy, every video is gonna be very successful. But dude, it was just, it makes sense. Like, the style and the vibes of like your music that you have correlated with Swancore sound in general, like, really fits that label in itself. I mean, as long as they're, I hear so many good things about Pure Noise. Like, Chris from Can't Swim just came on, and they have a very different sounding album that they're about to release on October 22nd, which this episode will already be out by then. And the label was like super for it, and it sounds like they're really, really gonna back this album that's coming out in November. So, how was that process with you guys getting in there and getting right to work with, a timeline for marketing this album?
They actually made it super easy. I think all the business stuff we had to kind of figure out. There was like a bit of a learning curve there, but we have like the most beautiful project managers. They help us out so much, and they kind of help us. Like, we don't have like a social media manager or anything. We just kind of go. But they, kind of advise, and they're like, you should do this, you should do that. And then they give us like those awesome, dope graphics that we post a lot. So, yeah, timeline wise and everything, I don't think we thought we'd be releasing it in November, but I think everything worked out really, really well in the end. So I don't know. What do you guys have to say about that?
Just Pure Noise is like super artist friendly. They're just
Word.
like super helpful with everything that they want to help us with. They actually the ones that picked like all the different singles. We weren't planning on picking If You Deserve It or what was the other one that came up before that? We weren't also planning on releasing Drip God either, but
Crash Nebula.
they really know how to like create hype and like kind of push things towards like a direction that they're seeing. And it's really cool because we're such a new band. They just kind of want to like develop us and kind of help us like move along and get like just more serious and push it to bigger things. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, seriously. And dude, the variants of the vinyls that are coming out look fucking gorgeous.
They look sick, bro.
Yeah, I keep messaging our A&R person, and I'm like, yo, when are you guys getting those? Please send us those ASAP. Like, just one of each, please.
Yeah, and let me know which one. Like, I don't want to open like 50 vinyls. Like, you know what I mean? The fuck, like, because there's like a really nice cream pink. It's like a sea foam blue, and then it has like there's a green one that has like a warped color to it as well. So it's just, dude, it just looks great.
Sick.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, when they sent us the test pressings, they're the like just the actual vinyl. It's just a black record.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not like the cool design. But when they sent us that, just like physically holding it, was like, oh shit, this is like a record now. This is crazy.
Yeah. That was mind blowing.
Yeah.
I have a ton of freaking like Pure Noise records just in my like collection, like a bunch of them, and like now having one of ours, like the test pressing anyway. It's just that's gnarly.
Dude, I'm sure it was like, I mean, it's not just you guys. It's Action Adventure. They just got signed to Pure Noise, I think, before you guys, and then I told you off air, Magnolia Park got signed to Epitaph. Like, it's just this new age of bands that are very well rounded and have a lot of talent are getting noticed finally, and it's really refreshing. Like, especially when you have a scene that backs you like that. Like, how many times do you have to play emo night before a label knows that you're that good when you got people screaming in your face and shit? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, totally.
are they pushing a lot of like are they helping you with booking with or did they help you get a booking agent so you guys can start pushing tours and like more shows and such in the near future?
Yeah.
Because I know you have a Halloween show coming up, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they basically got us in touch with booking guy. Are we allowed to say his name?
I think
That's just-
I mean, why not? Like,
You can ask Larry and I can edit it out.
That's
like,
I'll just beep it. I'll just make like a John Mess like yeah over like his name and shit.
That'd be sick.
yeah, we went with yeah.
Wait, Seth, do the I'm yelling thing.
I'm yelling.
Yeah, edit that in if we're not allowed to say it. But
Okay.
Yeah, we're with a dude called
I'm yelling.
Books like every big band, and yes, he's fucking dope. He is, and it's also crazy because we work directly with him too. It's not even like an assistant or something like that. It's like it's him texting us. It's him like phone getting on phone calls with us and talking about like different shows and different deals and stuff like that. So it's pretty dope.
No, I love
If
that.
we can talk about him, it's just crazy how like awesome and nice he is. Like, we're still basically, like a really, really new band that Pure Noise is bringing up. But dude, I literally asked if we could call him one day, and he was just like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "What, dude? You like manage some of my favorite bands ever, and you're talking to us? It's just crazy." So he's the man.
Well, I think with the name thing, it's because like there are a lot of bands that are very, very aggressive when it comes to trying to reach out to these industry professionals. Like, I think I've only had like a handful of times, which isn't much, but bands that like, I do the playlist submissions, but they're like constantly in my email, and they're constantly, and I'm like, dude, I see you, like I notice you, but like I just don't think you're ready. And don't take offense to that. It's like, try to, see what you can do next to make it better to get my attention.
Right.
So, but that could also be the reason. But hey, we'll bleep his name out. Worst case scenario, you can ask him later. But, But because like you guys had like a small mini tour, if I'm mistaken, right? Like recently, how far did you go out to like the Midwest, right? That's where you went basically.
No, well, we just did one off show in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
That was an emo night. So yeah, that was about it though.
It looked like a tour because you guys were traveling so far for it, I think, and then like it made me feel like you were on a tour. So
no, it's just the one show, and that was it. We'll do weird out there shows if it's cool enough. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I love how your fans are still like meme central, like fucking people. Like when you guys announced like the signing, like just the shit that like they were saying is so fucking funny. Like, oh, especially because the picture, it was like a little pixelated, and then someone said Ultra HD 4K, and it's like fucking 10-bit.
Oh yeah. That was on Facebook, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. That shit was so funny.
Was that where Quantum Justin came from? Was it that picture?
No. Quantum Justin was from the old Crash Nebula music video shoot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was the announcement photo.
Kept fucking deep frying it.
Yeah, I love the Quantum Justin memes. They're my favorite.
Your fan base is so funny.
Memes.
Oh no.
Or
That's like I hate
Wiseau, whatever the fuck.
So Tim, so like if you were a huge fan of Pure Noise, so like who was it? Because like I'm looking at their alumni and it's like I hit the lights, which I remember them back in the days. I call fives. Fuck.
Yeah. So when it was, I think it was 2012, that the Story So Far released their Under the Soil Endure album, and a year had passed, and then I heard like Rome off that record, and I was like, this is one of the coolest songs I've ever heard in my life. You know, like brand new kind of middle school, high schooler was getting into new music for the first time. And I was like, this is what's up. So I listened to that whole record and it was sick. And then in May of, they announced that their What You Don't See album was coming out like in half a year or something like that. And it was the most stoked I had been for a release. And now I have like that vinyl on my wall. But the Story So Far got me into the whole Pure Noise world, and once I dove in, I just like never left, you know. So literally all those bands since then I've been into, and it has been kind of insane. You know, it's been kind of insane. So I credit them with like, I think they definitely got me into those bands, you know. And the label.
Yeah,
I love them both.
They see a specific sound and then they just like reach for it. And you can kind of tell, like, there are times where you can kind of tell when certain bands are signed to certain labels. Like you hear their sound and like usually like, I think they're on this label, and like you 9 times out of 10 like they usually are. Like I don't know, it just like depends on the situation. Like I remember like old school, like back in the day, like Coheed and Circa, like they came from Equal Vision, and like you knew the Victory bands, like you knew Silverstein and like those early post-hardcore bands that were on there, Atreyu and all that shit. But then you got band like or Sumerian Records, like you know it's a Sumerian band. But I also found out Smashing Pumpkins is signed to them, so that's weird.
So wait, to Sumerian?
Yeah. I was going through their roster the other day. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like,
what the heck?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ash is a very intelligent like CEO founder of that label, because like, I mean, he had Circa on for an album. They're doing Sleeping with Sirens now, but like that dude just has a fucking really really good roster of bands. But that's crazy, dude. But you guys didn't get in the connection with them when we talked. It was like a little bit after that, right? And like, how did that come about? Like, was it because I remember on the podcast when we were talking before, like you guys were shopping, you guys were trying to find someone to take this album off of your hands.
Yeah, so I mean, for the most part, we just kind of hit him up, submitted the album, or actually, no, we didn't even submit the album to him.
Yeah,
we just said like, hey, we're working with Courtney Ballard. He's producing and mixing this record, and so yeah, let us know if you're at all interested. And the owner of the label, Jake, messaged us back, and he's like, I am good friends with Courtney actually. So whenever you guys get like first mix revisions back, just send that shit to me. And so yeah, that's pretty much how that went. And then we sent it to him, and he really liked it, and we got on a phone call with him, and yeah,
Which
the
he
rest
should.
is where we are now.
Quick opinion, and then we'll get off this topic. But like, do you think that, because I don't want to keep drawing you out, but because we have a whole album to talk about in a sense. But do you think it would be a good idea? This is just me open thinking, like having like weird thoughts. Do you think that would be a good idea for bands and record labels to release the contracts publicly, or like would you be opposed to that if those record contracts were released publicly, like how sports contracts are?
I personally wouldn't be opposed to that. I think actually that would be a good idea, especially for up and coming bands who may get like fooled into like, hey, this is a like a bad contract, or this is a good contract when it's actually a bad contract kind of thing. Like when we were first hit up with the contract, we went to like as many people as we knew in the industry, and we're like, help us figure out if this is a good deal, a bad deal, because it looks pretty good, but we're not really sure, and we want to make sure we're not going to get fucked because
Screwed.
of it.
Dude, yeah, there's nothing wrong. I mean, look at Victory Records in a sense. That fucking blew up in their face, like big time.
Yeah, and so mostly from like a learning perspective, I think that would actually be a very good thing. I don't know the logistics of releasing a contract like that though. But yeah, like definitely I was asking other people like, hey, what's your opinion on this? What was the contract that you guys got? What do you think is a good deal? And of course we went to like a lawyer and stuff like that as well. But yeah, from like a learning perspective, I think there's a ton to know about that kind of stuff. Because I took like music business classes, and a lot of the stuff in the contract, I'm like, I don't know what this is talking about. This is not anything that I learned in my music business class, even in the slightest. So yeah, and a lot of that comes from like, yeah, my teacher was back in the music industry like 20, 30 years ago, when shit was way different. And so like he's kind of teaching from his experience, but he doesn't know what the experience is being in a signed band in 2021 kind of thing.
Yeah, because I wouldn't care about our contract being publicly known. I think that was the one main thing that you said, Justin, was like you want to have an idea for maybe someone in the public to be like, because like you would do it like before, after the contract signed in a sense, and then you would like see numbers and this and that, and like you're basically it's like the community can support the artist if they know they're getting fucked over in a sense, which is a very rare occasion, but at the same time like it's interesting. But and my argument to it was like, say like and I used you guys as a perfect example, like when this album drops on the 12th, you know, say it does better than what their I don't know, like whatever their predictions are for numbers and all that jazz and all that stuff, and it goes over the top. Well, they should adjust that, just like when rookies do when they come into the NFL or the Major League Baseball game. They're putting up such good numbers, like, all right, let's reconstruct this contract so that way, like, you know, they get a fair deal because they're like really, you know, killing it right out of the gate. And I think the only backlash for it is like when these successful bands do like, there are so many petty people out there. Like, they'll be like, oh, dude, you're making this much money. Why are you crying about this and that? Blah, blah. I think that's the only downfall to, like, that being out there in public information on the internet. I don't know. I just, like, thought it was interesting because, like, we as a community should, you know, look out for each other. And, like, yeah, record labels also do thrive this industry for sure. Like, and it's not as much as they used to back in the day, but, like, you don't want to get screwed over. Like, fuck that. Like,
yeah.
It would definitely keep people accountable.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be like the huge thing.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, look at the uprising when it happened with the Day to Remember. Like when they kind of announced that they were having a fucking, when they were having that, when they were getting fucked over initially, like the fans like attacked the record label for a long time, and they still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they release what that contract was, or was that like? confidential.
Nah, I didn't see anything on the internet. I tried looking for it, but no.
Yeah. So
I just know they owe them a lot of
probably
money.
confidential then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, I
made
mean,
a
would
lot
they
of
get
money.
6 million from that?
Yeah.
It's like either 6 or
Yeah.
8 million. It was something crazy. We're like, oh shit, okay.
In Cinemascope with Stereophonic Sound comes out November 12th. How many tracks are on this album?
12.
12?
12.
No, 13 because Tap Tapley, right?
Psych.
Oh,
It's
you're
13.
right. Yeah, it's 13. I've been saying 12.
Curveball, motherfucker.
Gotcha.
Gotcha, bitch.
The bonus track.
Bonus track. Oh my god.
That's being edited in here for
Yeah, so
sure.
It's 13 songs. We recorded 12 songs with Courtney Ballard, and then Drew Owens produced the other one.
Mhm.
And yeah, that was Tap Tapley. That one's already out. So yeah.
Is it going to be as diverse as like the songs you have been releasing lately? Are they very experimental?
Yeah, it's gonna be more diverse actually.
Mm-hmm.
So it still stays within the like Seafloor realm,
Mm-hmm.
but there is like obviously that hyperpop song. Crash Nebula was very like almost, I don't want to say scramsy, but heavier.
Mm-hmm.
There's an acoustic song on there. There's like an electronic cyberpunk song kind of thing.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. There's just a wide variety of different avenues that we went to, and they're all still Seafloor, but yeah, just vastly different.
We just got gnarly with it.
I'm also glad you said cyberpunk because I'm starting a playlist. I'm going to introduce that genre to like my TikTok, so that's you guys are going to be the fucking thumbnail for that for sure. So thank God you wrote a fucking cyberpunk song.
Sick.
Fuck, I've like thought about. I'm like, I should do cyberpunk. I'm like, no, it's a video game. And then I'm like in my head, I'm like, nah, but like it doesn't matter because it's an actual genre. Like,
Yeah, bro, totally.
that's crazy. That's good. 13 songs. Very because I'm thinking like my first initial thought was like this album's kind of gonna be somewhat similar. If that was the case, which it is, I had a feeling that it's gonna be like artificial selection with Dance Gavin Dance, where it's like a bunch of very different songs thrown onto one album, and it's like basically pick and choose which one your favorite is in a sense.
Kind
I
of.
haven't thought about that.
Yeah, I haven't either. But yeah,
That's a good comparison.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah, it's
Can I say-
comparison.
I don't
Yeah,
know, like-
I'm not comparing albums, but I'm just comparing like the style of like the diversity with this genre because like that's the closest I can compare you right now.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense though. That's cool. You give me something new to think about.
I think too much, dude. I think that's my problem. Like, especially the off-record stuff that they were talking about. Like, I just like the way I think about things. Like, it's just, I don't know, dude. Well, because this is already an incredible. It's first of all, Courtney Ballard is a goddamn fucking professional, and like he's released so many fucking good albums over the years. And I mean, he just did Grayscale, Phantoms.
I love the Grayscale album.
It is really good.
Sorry.
I do
love
like
that
it.
album.
I really do. You don't have to be sorry. I mean, that's one of the albums that like I thought was going to be maybe a little bit harder, but they went like a 1975 vibe, like which is like totally out of left field in my eyes.
Dirty Bombs, bro. I like jam that almost every day.
No shit.
Such a good song.
So in the realms of releasing this album, because I do think it's going to be extremely diverse, and Justin, you just literally said that too. Do you how do you feel about being in this like because I have heard it from the grapevine and other fans of your music that you have that swancore sound. Like, is that something that has influenced the band from the beginning, or is that something that like you just kind of like kind of just floated into it like by accident? Because it is like a post-hardcore sound, and then a lot of your older stuff did have like some screaming, but like a lot of clean vocals and such. So do you kind of like compare your sound with the swancore like community and such?
Yeah, it fits in pretty good. We're not like trying to go for that sort of vibe or anything like that, but we're all fans of it, and it's kind of the sax sound.
Yeah.
So like DGD, Idol is not actually, but Stole Us in Vegas.
Yeah, you're right. They are, but they're
Birds
not.
is sack. And so like all of us grew up on that kind of music, and so it kind of spills in influence wise. And yeah, it's just gnarly guitar stuff with just like crazy crazy high vocals and crazy drums happening the entire time, and that's just where we land in it. And if you want to call it swancore, then sure, I have no problem with that.
Want to call it cyberpunk? Call it cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk swancore.
If you want to call us a Smashing Pumpkins cover band, call us that.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I can't wait for you guys to promote this on Twitter and be like, fucking Seafloor Cinema, new album out November 12th, fucking Smashing Pumpkins cover band. Like,
Yo, write that down. Write that down.
yeah, dude, that's perfect PR. Yo, call Pure Noise right now. Hold on, get him on the line. I got Skype. Let's call the CEO, bro. Listen.
Scrap the album. Scrap it. I'm sending you 12 new tracks. We're releasing that instead. It was all recorded
All
on
covers.
Seth's iPhone.
Yeah. There we go, baby.
Oh my god, could you imagine, dude? People, oh my god, people would be so upset. People would be so upset.
There was a track that was recorded on Seth's iPhone.
Super fucking cool that you guys got to play with Strawberry Girls, because I also had them on the podcast too. Now, did Zach Guerin give another opinion about your band? Like, I know the last time he said cool, did he say like nice this time? Or did he say like sweet? Like anything that's a little bit above cool? Like,
we actually didn't talk to him too much. They were like setting up and stuff like that, and playing while we were doing an interview. And so we actually didn't get a chance to like sit down and talk to him at all. But yeah, I said hi to Ben a little bit. I was like, "Yo, what's up, Ben?"
yeah,
and
he's cool.
I think,
shit.
yeah, he gave me a hug. But yeah, that was about it.
You're busy playing a show. I get it. Like, everything's going through and stuff. Like, I've been at shows where like you try to hang out with the local crew, but like everybody's doing their own thing, trying to get like the process moving and shit, which I get. But I just wanted to see if you had another comment besides cool, because I was looking forward to maybe something like
Rad.
damn or rad.
I'll ask him.
Yeah.
One-liners, just one-worders.
Yeah, just one word, dude. A fucking one word paints 1,000 pictures, dude. Like, you know,
Really.
especially if he knows who you guys are. You guys played a show with him and stuff. Is there any shows in the near future that you're looking forward to that you're trying to that you're gonna maybe start promoting soon, in a sense? Or
we got on one actually like yesterday with Carpool Tunnel.
Okay.
And so yeah, like we got hit up about that, and they're doing one date in Sac and wanted us on it, and so we're like, yo, let's go. That sounds sick. So
That's gonna be sick.
Yeah, that's not been announced yet, but yeah, it's gonna be fun when it does.
Yeah, because you have the show on October 29th. How did it feel, dude, to play like a show live for the first time in fucking almost 2 years?
It was crazy. That all of us were very nervous, which is weird because like I don't normally get nervous at shows like in the before times. I was always like, yeah, I'm playing a show, cool. But now I'm like, oh fuck, there's people here. I've not been in a group of more than 10 people in like 2 years.
Yeah.
This is weird, and I'm scared.
I don't blame you, dude.
Because that was also my first show with the boys. Like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, it was wild because I think that it had already been like past a year being in the band, but that was like my first time playing live with them. So
yeah,
it was gnarly. It was gnarly.
Everything went smooth. Click track was running okay.
Yeah, surprisingly.
It was blasting in my ears, but I think it was all right.
Oh, dude, it's so funny because like I drum too, so it's like, you know, we wear these in-ear monitors to like protect not only ourselves but to hear the click. But people are like, oh, that's really smart. You're protecting yourself. I'm like, dude, I have a click track blaring in my ear, like, so it's really not doing too much for my hearing.
It's probably worse, low key, because it's like directly right there. But
200 dB straight in your ear hole.
Right in that ear hole, dude. Fuck it.
Brutal.
And you're like,
nice,
fucking loser.
120 gang. That's funny.
I don't play that fast, dude. You guys are pretty technical with your instruments too, so it's like, you know, that's why I think you get I think compared to the swancore scene, because like they're just all over the place and shit. But yeah, I think you have more structure behind your songs too, which is really cool too. Like, the first single that you released with the announcement, like the chorus was so fucking catchy. So fucking catchy. Justin's just like fucking tenor just started getting up there and up there and up there. I was like, yes, dude. This is so tight.
Gotta hit the quintessential Justin note in there. I'm contracted to do that once per song.
He's not lying.
I'm not.
I love that.
It's in the contract.
Well, when they're future karaoke songs, you're gonna see a lot of drunk people trying to hit that note. And they're gonna fuck up so bad, dude.
Some dude did. He like made a video trying to hit the Justin note. It was crazy.
Did he hit it?
Yeah, I was like, God damn, yeah.
Yo.
It was dope. He was like, afterwards, God damn it, that sucked.
Like, yeah. He goes on vocal rest for like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tap Tapley was a banger right out of the gate, dude. It was just such a nice surprise to see like a band that was like really on the ups in like stonks to get signed to a label.
Word. Yeah.
Cinema Coin, fucking to the moon, dude. That's how I feel.
Cinema Coin. I'm a patent that.
Well, what's my one friend was telling me, like, I think they're called NFTs.
Oh yeah.
Yo, they're like, I don't know shit about it either, but like apparently, like if you're not signed to a label, like we're like thinking about doing this, like you can claim your art as like, all right. So like, let me put this into an example. This might be a little bit easier for not only everybody listening, but myself as well. Someone told me that you can like, all right, like what's the rarest fucking base basketball card or whatever? Like, let's say it's a Michael Jordan fucking rookie card, right? Well, you can actually like invest in a part, like you can own part of that card. It's like stocks. It's fucking crazy. So essentially that's what NFTs are. You can own a part, and the more that people own it, the higher the stock goes. It's just, I don't know, dude. Crazy.
Is it like the thing where you can own like a 1x1 square mile of the moon?
Yes.
Yes.
That's actually kind of dope.
Dude, it's literally the same thing. We're getting so far into the Matrix with this shit, dude. Like,
we are.
It's so weird, right?
Yeah, I think my dad asked me the other day about NFTs, and he's like, "So what is it?" I'm like, "Man, I can't tell you." And he's like, "Okay, what is like a Bitcoin?" I'm like, "Oh man."
Cryptocurrency, baby.
I have a vague grasp on reality as it is. I don't know any of this.
It's definitely different. I have a friend who's like the one that helps me with like my Twitch and like all this stuff. He started suggesting crypto, and I like looked into it. So I'm already on the Shiba Inu train. So I will.
Wait, what?
Dogecoin.
Yeah, it's a Dogecoin killer, dude. Tim, do you know? Do you have money in Shiba?
Low key.
Yeah.
Not enough. Cause like, remember when it like super spiked like a couple months ago?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't have enough money in there to like make anything, but I was watching everybody like just make tons and tons of money. I actually follow Sam Pura on Instagram, and he was like hecka into Dogecoin.
Yeah, I missed that train, dude, because I didn't have money. I was paying off my debt too. Like I'm like debt free finally, and
Yo, congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I worked too long, too hard. But the now the Dogecoin killer, they're saying like, oh, it could get to 1 cent, and like I did the math, and I'm like $500 can turn into like $100,000. But like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's so what a fuck it. It's a weird concept, but it's gonna be around forever.
My brother got me into a lot of that stuff, so like we're invested into some stocks and whatever, but it's like I don't have enough money to ever make like any huge financial gain or anything like that. I just do it to just see what it's like, and it's weird, bro. I feel like I'm gonna get like hacked or something.
I hope not. I mean, if you make like a couple $1,000s, that's great and shit, but it's definitely something different, dude. We should do this in person. Like we should all like, when we know we're about to do this in person again, we should all collectively study this stuff and then just smoke a lot of weed and talk about it.
Yes, I'm down. Wait, is weed legal in Philly?
Only medical. In Philly, it is decriminalized. So okay. That's great. That's a good start. But medically in the state, you can get it for sure. I think Jersey just passed recreational. So
okay,
we'll just go to New Jersey. Fuck it.
I want to go to Philly so bad. The Wonder Years is from there, and they're one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, they are. They're the saddest boys out there in pop punk right now. They're so sad. Dude, it's so crazy. So I was just at the Pure Noise Tour show, and Real Friends apparently has like a huge fan base in Philly. I was like, that's because they're just sad, just like the Wonder Years, dude. Because like that's why the Philly's just such a sad city, dude. I don't know why.
Did you see Just Friends?
I missed Bearings and Just Friends. I missed them because I was working.
Bro, Just Friends slaps. That's crazy.
I saw 4 Years Strong and Up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I saw 4 Years Strong, Real Friends, State Champs.
Ooh, nice.
I just wanted to see 4 Years Strong, dude. That's like the easy core. I bought Brain Pain and Rise or Die Trying vinyl. Like I had to. Like there was no other option.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What's it called? You guys play with Hawthorne Heights in Vegas and Reno?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! How was that?
They were hella tight. They were so good.
Sick.
Yeah, they sounded like better than any album good. It was crazy.
Yeah, they were super tight. It was crazy.
How'd the show go? Were you guys like second to open, first to open?
We were first.
First open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which was good because it gave us like good bit of time to sound check, and we have a lot of gear to load in for 3 dudes. So
Yeah.
Oh, I can only imagine.
cables running everywhere.
They played Ohio for Lovers twice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What? Wait, Hawthorne Heights played Ohio's for Lovers twice.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then, like, they dead ass.
Yep.
They ended with it, and like beforehand, we're like, we don't do encores, so here's Ohio, and then they played Ohio, and then they left. Like they legitimately left and started packing up, and people just kept chanting for an encore, and they came back out and were like, we played the song. What more do you want? like what, dude? And then they played it a second time.
I've never heard that. That's incredible.
Oh, they played like an actual encore.
Yeah.
And then they go ahead.
Which was unplanned, and they were like, you could see him talking about it. They're like, let's do this song, and I don't remember what the song was, but yeah, they played that actual song, and then they're like, okay, I told you guys we didn't do this, so thank you for that or whatever. And then dude went into the ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I was like, funny, it's a good joke. And then they just kept going. and I've never seen a crowd so fucking stoked to hear a band play Ohio is for Lovers 2 times.
Oh,
like they were more hyped the second time.
They were going crazy, bro. And it was hecka funny to like watch our Instagram stories because like we each recorded like them playing Ohio for the first time, but then the very next story was like they're playing it again, but you could totally think we're lying because it's just Ohio again, so no one would have known if you weren't there. And it was gnarly. I mean, they tweeted about it later that night, but it was so ridiculous, bro.
My mind would have been blown, especially like if I was fucking hammered. Like, didn't we just listen to the song? Like, what?
They're gaslighting you. Oh man,
I wouldn't be surprised, but like I was like, oh man, they're playing again. Fuck. I gotta go back in the pit. I give like someone I'm hanging out with all my shit. I'm like, here, hold this. Like I go back in the pit. Fuck it. This might be the last chance ever, dude. Ever.
Oh my gosh. You
never know. I'm like scared. I don't know why. I just have this like irrational feeling when I see like when I want to see a band, like if I don't make it, I'm like always fearful that like that they're never gonna like be around ever again. And I think that's from the pandemic in a sense. I don't know why.
Yeah. No, that's happened to me a couple times where I like wanted to see a band and then like something happened, I didn't go, and then they just like, oh yeah, that was it. We're breaking up. And I'm like,
that's what I'm saying,
shit, bro.
Yeah.
One of the original Eternity Forever shows.
Oh yeah.
I was standing in the parking lot outside the concert at the park smoking a blunt with my friends. And we like finished and went inside and they finished their set. And then they broke up like a month later.
Dude, what? Because they played like what? I think a handful of shows.
Yeah, it was only like 4 or 5 shows. Like they didn't play like almost any shows.
Yeah.
And they were getting a lot of attention too.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yo, but Gold Necklace now.
Oh,
true.
Who's
they
that?
slapped, bro.
Is Ben a part of that? Rosette?
No, it's
Joe.
Joe Arrington, Stefan, who's Kurt's bass player,
okay.
and then Kurt and fucking what's his name? Brandon. Brandon. Yeah. Yeah. And so it's basically Eternity Forever with a different bass player and different drummer, basically. And it is so sick.
Bro, if you haven't heard it, you need to go check out their 2 singles. It slaps.
It's called Gold Necklace?
Yeah.
Gold Necklace.
It's just like slightly evolved Eternity Forever.
And Kurt Travis is a goddamn god. Did you see that video of him recently? Like, he's about to fuck somebody up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was that show. That was a Gold Necklace show.
Oh, okay.
Also, that was at, I don't know if you guys noticed, that was at the Hawthorne Theater.
Oh, what? Really?
What?
That's how
Yeah.
I didn't know.
They panned around. I'm like, oh, I know. We played there.
That's hecka
But,
funny.
Yeah, no, that was wild. I would not want to get yelled at by Kurt. That looked scary.
Nah. That dude's got a lot of bottled up emotions.
Yeah, this dude will fuck me up.
Well, here's the thing, too, that I take into consideration. Like, this past 2 years has been really rough for low and middle tier artists. Successful, signed, full career, full time. So they're finally getting paid again. Like, and this is their bread and butter, like the touring situation. So I can only imagine the mental stress it has gone through with those tier bands, like especially you guys. Like, I mean, there's been so many bands like that have released albums during the pandemic. And they're like, "Fuck, we have to release this," and it puts a damper on everything. So
yeah, and it's especially crazy like that situation because Kurt. Every time I've talked to him, he is the nicest dude.
That's what I'm saying.
I never expected him to be. I didn't expect him to be a dick, but I expected him just to be like a regular dude.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we talk to him, or like anytime I just see him around, because he lives around like where we do, and we'll just like see him around at shows and stuff like that, and he'll like address me by name and like talk to me about just different shit and just shoot just the shit with me and stuff. And he's just a very great stand-up guy. And yeah.
No, I love that. But I mean, like someone was talking shit first. That's why it happened. Like for context reasons, someone was like, "Fuck you, Kurt." It's like, the fuck did he do to you? Like what? Like
that's what I'm saying. Because he is such a nice dude. Like it was 100% probably very deserved to get fucking shoot out.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I mean like that dude probably needed to get his face fucking punched in, or her, or whoever it was. But they definitely enticed, like the whole situation like blew out of proportion. He's like, "I'll fuck you up right now, dude. Don't tell me to go fuck myself." I was like, "Damn, dude." Like that's really fucked up.
The other angle of that video with security literally carried him out.
Bro, he picked him up and left so fast. It was crazy.
I love that.
But knowing the security at the Hawthorne, it's like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some big security there. They're just like, yep, here we go. We're going out.
Yep, here we go.
Is Kurt's not signed? I mean, he's a part of Blue Swan Records, I'm sure, but
he actually has his own record label.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is that with Donnie from Hail the Sun?
No.
No. So he
That's
has his
a different
own
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
A different one.
Yeah, that whole crew has a lot of different shit going on.
They do.
Yeah. They all figured out the business aspect, and we're like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
We're here to help.
Kurt is in Royal Coda, who I think is signed to Blue Swan Records. But what's his? Is it Esk? Kurt's label is Esk Records.
Yes.
Okay. Because Donnie's Royal Coda, so yeah, that makes sense.
But then I think Gold Necklace, are they signed to Donnie's label?
I think they're on Kill Iconic. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're on Kill Iconic.
That's such a web. I would not want to have to deal with all the legal stuff that
they are on Kill Iconic. They are.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I can see you guys touring with Kurt, like, so because like Justin, like you like talk to the dude, like I don't know if you have his number or whatever, but I think that would be like a really good match to like fucking put that into perspective, like start touring with fucking Kurt Travis, like.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, we'd be very down to do that. So yeah, any of his bands would be sick, and all of his bands are just filled with great dudes. So yeah.
So with
We'd
your
be down.
booking, because like you're that close to him, like have you already like had these conversations? Like, all right, like if you can get us on these tour packages and put us out there, like has that been conversed yet? Like has that been like in the works?
The first day they were like, so if you had to pick, who would you want to tour with? And so they're just like very transparent, and they were like, he's even texted us like, yo, if you see any like shows coming through or like any tours coming through that has no opener or you guys want to get on, just hit us up and I'll see what we can do. You know, there's no promises, but it's like they're very transparent in this aspect of like, yeah, if you want to tour with these people, like let us know. So
yeah,
they're dope.
No, because you're right. Because there is really no promises in this industry. It's like more so, like, what if the opportunity arises? Like, would you, we would take it in a sense. Kind of like what I do with this. Like, it's like, well, let's hit up these bands. But if they reply with other bands that are on their roster, like, I'll talk to them. If I don't know them, I'll do some research. But like, I'll definitely talk to them for sure. Totally. So, So what was the first handful of bands that you said then that you wanted to tour with?
I think I immediately said Dance Gavin Dance.
Fuck yeah. That makes so much sense though. Like that makes so much sense.
Yeah. And then The Story So Far was next for me anyway. Who were some of your guys'?
A couple times.
He's exaggerating. He was mentioned a lot. It was not a couple times. It was a lot. Man.
Justin, who'd you tell your booking to try to put you on tour with?
I said Enter Shikari, Coheed, and Circa.
All very definite opportunities. Dude, so funny story about Enter Shikari. So like I reached out to them like early on in the podcast days. Long story short, whoever their PR guy is, he thought I was another George Powell. So he was really trying hard to put me on his podcast. And he was like, wait, I thought, he's like, you're not from the UK, dude? He's like, I know a George Powell in the UK. I was like, what? Like, so you're telling me I almost had like Ryu on almost by accident? Like, what the fuck? Like,
wait, so you didn't get him on?
No, they were so busy.
Oh,
they were but he was trying so hard, and I think like midway through our conversation, he's like, "Oh, I thought you were a different George Powell." I was like, because I said something about Eastern Standard Time. He's like, "What?
What? Dang, that sucks."
Oh man, that was crazy, dude. I could have just fucking like said I was like, "Oh, I'm just kidding, bro." Like I didn't even think about it. Like.
Stayed up till like 3 a.m. just to get in that time zone.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. And I saw Enter Shikari play with The Devil Wears Prada came out with Dead Throne when that album dropped, and they toured with them, and that was my first time discovering Enter Shikari live. Like I've heard of them, like I've heard Decibels, and I've heard like all their hits, but seeing them live was like a whole another experience, dude. Like super incredible band, like super fucking different from everything that's out there.
Yeah, it's so weird too because they're one of those bands that like overseas are fucking huge, but then come over here and they're playing like 1,000 cap rooms, which is still big, but it's like they're in the UK playing essentially stadiums and stuff like that, and it's just like, bro, that's fucking crazy.
And that's not how that usually works with like European, Australian bands. They usually get big over here.
Yeah. Yeah, Architects is the same way. Architects is like dead ass
Really?
stadiums, and then come over here and they're like, "Hey, cool, we'll play this venue."
Really? That's crazy. I wonder, because Idola is technically signed to Rise, so I could technically see Seafloor partnering up with that. That would be sick.
That would be sick.
That'd be super sick.
Hey, Andrew, you want to fill in on vocals for me, please?
Yo, oh my god.
Oh, so he's like an actual member now of DGD that's been confirmed. Crazy.
Yeah,
did they announce that?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Like officially? Because, well, I know we were.
No, but during like a meet and greet.
Yeah, that's what we were seeing.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything like official posted from them. But I mean, That's freaking sick.
3
That is
vocalists.
an absolute win.
Yeah, they're like the modern like fucking Iron Maiden, dude. Like just 3 vocalists, like all these fucking members and shit. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. It makes sense though. I mean, he kind of like there was like that meme with fucking Squid Game, and it was like Andrew Wells, and then it said the Dance Gavin Dance Afterburner tour.
Oh yeah, that was hecka funny. Oh my God.
I love the memes where it's like, whoops, it's all Andrew Wells this time. It's just Andrew Wells filling in on every position.
Yeah. Dude's talented, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
my god, I didn't see that one. It's so funny.
I do not envy him singing 2 sets on and doing Tillion's vocals and then his own and then Tillion's like every night for a week or some shit.
Yeah.
That's so insane.
That
So
shit would
insane.
be so difficult.
That's what I'm saying. Like, especially, I mean, I definitely know he probably didn't talk when he was done playing. Like, he probably did the set and then just like didn't say a word for like
That would be smart.
the entire day, you know? But he did it, and you can definitely tell. I did see live footage on YouTube. He did somewhat get close to some of the notes that Tillian was hitting, but
Oh yeah,
wouldn't
no, he was
force
doing
it.
good, but yeah, like when you're singing what Tillion's singing, it's kind of just like you need to be built a certain way, and yeah,
You got to be built different.
legit, his voice is very strange with that shit, where it's like.
Mhm.
Like I can reach the notes that Tillian can, but it doesn't sound remotely the same. And
That's actually good though,
Yeah,
because
yeah, it's his voice is just naturally kind of like that. Same thing with Anthony Green.
like because when you hear them talk, yep, exactly.
Yeah,
But you can
So,
like,
yeah.
but if you have a different voice like compared to them, like I see Donnie gets compared a lot to Anthony Green, like
Yeah.
Saracen
Yeah.
era and shit. But like I
He's-
can't just like I can't put your vocals to a certain person. So like that's I think what kind of makes you a little bit more special because like you know because like our vocalist has gotten compared to Claudia Sanchez a lot, and it's like oh like fucking that's gonna be a problem maybe, but I can't hear your voice in any other like Tyler from Youth Fountain can't fucking put up another thought on who he sounds like, just like you.
people have said that I sound like the singer for Broadway a lot, which is funny because I've never actually listened to them, and
Interesting.
now I'm kind of just not listening to them out of spite. I'm like, man, I don't
Dang.
want to be. I don't want to be compared to that dude. He might be really good. I don't know. It might
He
be a
is.
compliment.
They were a really good MySpace band.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
The
yeah, that was
drummer,
before me.
yeah, the drummer is now the drummer for Memphis Mayfire, Jake.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Damn, I
he
didn't
drummed
know
for
that either.
Broadway, and he quit. Dude, it was weird. It was like, I forget the story, but he definitely got into
Oh.
Memphis. But it was like I think Maddie Mullins and Kellen Quinn were auditioning for the same band, but they got in different bands, so it worked out. But
Huh.
And speaking of Broadway, yeah, because I was talking to one of my other friends about this. He said that the guitarist from Broadway actually left to start Sleeping with Sirens.
oh, the Ginger.
I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not in that band anymore. It sucks, but
Yeah, I don't. It was one of them, I think. I
I'm
could be
learning
getting
so
my
much
facts
right now.
all around.
that makes sense. Emo history 101.
Emo History 101.
The breaking up of Broadway that formed into 2 significant fucking metalcore post-hardcore bands of our century. I joked about it all the time. I'm like, oh, now it's like Kellen Quinn and Friends because nobody's original in that band anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. What's it called? Is there any bands that any of you think like coming from your position of being underground, having this massive support, recording the album, shipping it out, shopping it out, getting signed to Pure Noise? Do you see any other bands up and coming in your radar that are probably going to do the same thing in the next couple of years?
If Pulses doesn't get super huge, I'll be so upset, man.
I just played a show with them, dude. They were so fucking good live.
They're so good.
Really?
Yeah, in Jersey.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, that
Oh,
band is
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I think they deserve all the credit in the world. Like that, they're a band that's definitely, into my eyes, underrated as fuck. But
Oh no, absolutely. They go extremely hard, and I have. Oh my god, I jam them a lot. Who? I actually
met
just
a
found this
Yeti.
band. I was about to say them too.
Yeah, you mentioned them earlier. Yeah, I will be very surprised if they don't blow up very soon.
oh, I met a Yeti. Yeah,
Yeah.
Daisy, dude, her vocals are fucking insane.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Insane.
I mean, all of those guys are just fucking crazy.
I'm ready. I'm ready for them to blow up, honestly. Yeah, they're supposed to be coming on the podcast too, but like I think I Met a Yeti is like definitely like one of the Swancore bands that I'm sure will definitely take over sooner rather than later. I can see that. They have a lot of hype behind them too.
Oh, yeah.
You just retweeted their song that's coming out on the same day that your album's coming out on the 12th.
Yeah, Gold Necklace is also dropping their album on the same day that we're
Same
dropping
day.
ours.
That's
too.
crazy.
So,
Dude, that should be a tour. Gold Necklace, Seafloor, I Met a Yeti. That should be
get
a
the
tour.
ball rolling, fellas.
That would go hard.
Cause their drummer, I'm a huge fan of his on fucking TikTok, dude. Like he's so fucking
super
good,
good.
dude. God, he's killing it, dude.
Mhm.
He's killing it. There's I think there's like one more band I think in your genre that I think will start hitting the mainstream soon. I'm trying to think who it is. I have to go back to my playlist. Are you guys a huge fans of With Sales Ahead?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
they're so tight live, dude. That shit fucking had me shook when we played a show with them recently. Like, oh, it's Adventurer.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I love
Adventure
that.
is so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, those dudes are sick.
They disgust me.
I don't think they're signed. Oh no, they're signed to
So
Esque
fucking
Starting
Records.
beef.
Yeah,
Starting
that's
beef.
Kurt's label.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see them coming up in the fucking near future too, and like it's like a nice like wave of like this post-hardcore like swancore genre coming up and really starting to take like if by storm, which sucks because like I actually missed Wolf and Bear on that tour with Afterburner, but I hear a lot of good things about them.
Oh, was that the show that you went to? Was that the show that they and Idola had to take off because of rain?
No, that was in Texas, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they dropped off. I think they were late to the show, and like it was like a really bad storm, and like they couldn't make it. Like they were so far behind already, and they were like, "Nah, let's not." I think they like parked their vehicles. Assumingly, I think that would be the smartest thing to do. Is like you park your vehicles somewhere and you just wait for the storm to bypass.
Yep.
And then continue to drive because it was like really bad. Because I remember, I think it was Sergio. I think Sergio said something on his Instagram like, "How bad is it?" Or no, I think Tillian said it on Twitter. He's like, "How bad is this supposed to be? Like, how bad is this like storm or whatever it is supposed to be?" And then like the next day, like they didn't come to the show. So, which is all right, whatever. Like,
yeah, I mean that was a safe bet though, to be honest, because then you don't want to risk, especially with a trailer, because we don't tour with the trailer, but like I've had to pull over and just wait out certain rains before, and yeah, with a trailer that gets real sketchy. So yeah, probably safe.
Yeah, because their merch made it. I think that's like on a separate trailer. Like every band has their merch on a trailer.
Yeah, they probably put theirs in the DGD trailer kind of thing.
Yeah,
like just send them all in one trailer.
You guys haven't had any difficult like horror stories on the road, right? Yeah.
Yeah, not terrible. My truck, we were stuck in Texas and I couldn't cross I was scared to go through like border patrol checkpoint because I had no working lights at all. Because my wiring harness went down and I basically was just fucking with it until it worked again. And since then I have entirely rewired the like back of the truck. But yeah, that there was that, and so we had to miss a show due to that issue, and then also we've had windows broken, cameras stolen, someone stole a clothes bag out of the back as we were loading out. Our friends in Find Yourself all got arrested for having weed on them, and in Texas, that was the same border patrol checkpoint. Just shit like that, where it's like, fuck, god damn it, that sucks. But yeah, nothing too terrible.
That's crazy.
I hit like a 5-mile patch of black ice once. That was fun.
Oh god.
There's no one else on the road. I'm like progressively going slower and slower on the freeway as the back is just snaking around like the entire time. I'm just trying to get off the freeway.
That's terrifying. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fishtailing.
Yeah, nothing terrible though. Nothing like insane.
Yeah, true. Tim, are you trying to get an SJC kit?
I don't know, man. I'm actually thinking about getting a new kit for tour, just to see like what, because like the kits I have right now are my Ludwig 5-piece, but I only use 4, and it's like the first kit I ever got. So like if that thing gets hurt, I'm gonna be extremely sad.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, and then the other one I have that I'm using a lot right now is the DW acrylic kit.
Oh,
and
fuck. You don't need a fucking SJC kit. Oh. That's just all for custom. That's all for custom preferences. It's not really like. I mean, they do sound great, but like they have a lot of custom preferences. So
I think, yeah, no, I mean, we have a buddy that has a SJC kit. I actually have a few buddies that have a SJC kit, and they sound dope. They look really cool. It's just, I don't know like how to say it. Like they haven't won me over. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So I haven't heard anything that hasn't like that's really stuck out to me. Like, oh, that sounds amazing. You know, like acrylic, mind you, is really hard to get right. Like you have to tune that boy so much and take good care of him. Justin got me a tune bot, and that thing is a godsend.
I've seen a lot of good reviews for that for sure, and like that is like, literally the perfect fucking tool.
It's kind of a sharp learning curve, but like it'll change your life. You should just get it.
I remember seeing a YouTube video about it the first like time it was revealed at like NAMM, and like it just I was like, wow, that's fucking incredible. Like, because I have a mahogany kit, like it's packed up behind me, but like that's easy to tune as long as I keep it like in room temperature and I don't like fucking warp the wood. Like I don't care. And like if the heads like sit on it, like I'll change the heads like once every like 3 weeks so it doesn't warp. So
okay. Because then it gets into what heads do you use, how often do you play it, like what kind of wood or material is your kit. It's just a whole thing, but SJC is dope. I just don't think I'll be getting one. I don't know, man.
I know. I just wanted to fucking throw it on the spot.
No. If any rep is listening to this, I am not endorsed by any drums yet. So go ahead.
So let's get Tim on the fucking. Well, we also need a bass endorsement for every single person in this band too.
Oh, that's right.
Ernie Ball, if you're listening, let's hop on that deal. Call me. No, I'm not gonna have my number. Fuck that. But yeah, dude, first of all, we're gonna close this out, and I can't, thank you enough for being on here. From a year ago, dude, I think it's so fucking stellar to see someone like in a band thrive like that as like you group of dudes, and it's very inspiring. But I think that's the crazy thing that I took into perspective is like the last time I talked to these dudes was like not even a year ago, and like they're signed and doing this, and it's great to see like very hardworking, passionate musicians getting to that next level of this industry to make it a full-time gig, which essentially is now for you. So congratulations on the whole situation. And in Cinemascope with Stereophonic Sound is coming out on November 12th, and I can't wait, and I'm sure everybody else is super fucking hyped for this.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us, bro. Thanks so much to Pure Noise, all the brands that back us. Tekra and Balaguer. All the brands is to them. Oh man.